So, I've been thinking lately on why I've been overly intellectualizing my feelings, and I think I have come to a conclusion. And it's because I think sensitivity it's not well seen in our culture nowadays. Let me explain it. So, let's get on with the video. Yeah? So, I don't know exactly how you were raised, but I was raised in a time period in which sensitivity is not well appreciated, not even among women. And the thing is, and this is also a result of feminism, believe it or not, but in the past, only men had this issue and this burden of not being sensitive, not having feelings, not showing emotions, and being stoic and manly and, tough, yeah, and things like that because, sensitivity is for pussies. Now, the thing is, what I have found, or at least both in feminism and my own family, is that showing emotions, it's seen as a weakness. Especially when you grow up in a household that is both unstable and, your father has the tendency to go missing like 24 hours, you don't know if he's still alive, you need to pick him up from whatever place he's now, and you have your mother crumbling and you have to, you know, give her a cup of tea and try to hope for the best, that you're not an orphan and shit like that, trying to keep the whole thing together. It's like you have to be holding it together all the time. And that was also true when I went into the medical field. They were always like, the patient wanted more sensitivity, but the field demanded more coldness from you, and showing feelings of any kind were a proof that you were out of your senses. Like you could not possibly, for no reason, be sensible or being crying about something. Like you people can't multitask apparently. Like there is an impossibility apparently for some people to multitask and just be emotional about something, but at least be clear about something. Like I have the capacity to do both. I can think while I'm crying like a baby. I know, it sounds weird, but it's something that some humans can do. Not every human that starts crying stops thinking entirely. Like you can follow procedure while you're crying. You can. But the problem is, I have seen one too many people like telling you like, oh, if you can't be less emotional, then you're not fit for the duties at hand. And I'm like, okay. So what that caused in me is that I had to repress so badly, and that was also the truth when it comes to teaching. And ironically, they demand you to be cool as bitch, especially in English teachers. My God, the sheer amount of bitches I have met in the English teaching field. There is reason why some students hate English teachers. There's a list of reasons, alright? Some of them are cold-hearted, like, oh my God, terrible. And it's this from this misconception that being sensitive makes you weak. And ironically, they're still like demanding from men, like, oh, you should be stoic. And a man that's emotionally vulnerable is weak. I'm like, what the fuck? What century are you from? The 17th century? And at the same time, nowadays, especially among women, it's like, oh, you're showing emotions? You like pink? Oh my God, how dare you? Oh, you're so not empowered. Your lack of empowerment, it's astonishing. Like, how dare you to have feelings? So you kind of have to like suck it up and just like all the time. And the worst thing is, especially when you live with your mom and you sleep in the same bedroom. It's kind of a thing that you can never actually cry. You can actually never cry through the shit of it. And you just have to repress it. And that makes you really angry, a really angry individual. Like secretly angry. I'm not the kind of people who go passive aggressive or emotionally abusive or physically abusive. My God, I'm in a constant state of anger. And the things is, through these videos, I'm working on my self-expression. I'm trying to dislike myself a little bit less, a little bit less self-hatred. Uh, I have realized that I'm just going through the surface for now. Just like doing like this, and I haven't reached the full sadness yet because I haven't allowed myself to be vulnerable with myself. I do not allow myself, not even a moment of privacy, to be alone. I'm vulnerable and emotional. I'm like, why is that? Because I'm afraid of myself. Because every single person I have seen to be emotionally vulnerable has been abusive. They were just being vulnerable to pull on my heartstrings and abuse of my feelings. Every single person I have seen that it was crying or something like that was completely out of their bananas. Why? Because they have been banned so long of, of accessing their feelings that when they actually cry, it's because they're just collapsing. And it's a shitstorm waiting to happen. And it's just like, I have to deal with all of that. And I think I've been cursed with this feeling that I have to be always strong and tough. But the problem is, it doesn't stop when others are around me, stop being around me. It also continues when I'm all alone. And I cannot allow myself to be vulnerable because I'm afraid of my own feelings. I'm afraid of being sad, which is stupid. That's the thing. Our society has conditioned every single one of us, both men and women, to be very masculinely toxic, like horribly toxic in a very masculine way, in which no one's comfortable with themselves, no one's comfortable with their feelings, and everyone is afraid of feeling. And that leads us to anger. Because repressed sadness and fear, guess what? It makes you a little bit of a twat. And you're just like, I'm a tough bitch. I fear nothing. Come on, you fear the darkness, bitch. You need a hug. But that attitude is so looked down upon that it never stops. Not even when we are all alone. That's why I think I've been overly intellectualizing my feelings, is because I'm afraid of them. And I don't allow myself to cry, not even when I'm all alone. I don't allow myself to be sad, because I'm afraid of my feeling, because I'm a toxic masculine bitch. Damn you, you feminism! Well, what can I say? We can do our best. All we can do is just our best. And one more demon to the bucket list now. It's just beautiful. Yeah. So, I hope you have found this enlightening, entertaining. I don't know. You tell me. Hope you have found it useful with your time. And until next time, I wish you nothing but the best. And if there's anything I could do to improve this chaos, let me know. It will take a while because I'm pre-recording like mad. You can see this at the end of November, and I'm recording this in early September, so yay! It's gonna take a while for me to answer back to your demands. So yeah, until next time, wish you the best, and